Hello students. Now we are resuming the BPT-7 part 2 of physics section. We left our solution at question number 22. Now we will do question number from 23. So moving ahead, question number 23. Three blocks A, B and C of masses 5 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg respectively are connected with two light strings. One of them is passing over an ideal pulley. The system is released from rest on a smooth inclined plane of inclination 30 degree as shown in the figure. The value of T1 upon T2. Okay, it is asking about the tension of T1 upon T2. So as you can see here, you can do the solution here. Like the masses are given here. Let's suppose which has the C has the highest mass. So let's suppose the acceleration will be in this direction. So acceleration will be in this direction. Simply your tension is here simply T1. So making the ability of C tension T1, it's your MCZ and it's your acceleration. Making the ability of B, ability of B like in this direction is your T1 and in this direction it's your T2 and in this direction is your A. Making the ability of A in this direction is T2 and in this direction is A. Okay. Now we can understand first we can write the equation of motion. Okay, once you write the equation of motion, it will be simply your mcz minus t1 equals to mca, first equation. Second equation will be your what? It will be your t1 minus t2 is equals to mba. The third equation will be your what? T2 equals to your ma into a. Now, putting the value of T2 here, you can get the T1. Putting the value of T1, you can get the A. So, by solving these three equations, you can easily find the value of T1, T2 and A because there are three variables T1, T2 and A and you have three equations. So, it is sufficient to solve it out and do it by your own. So, as you can see in this calculation, like it has been done and you can find out that T1 will come out to be 75 Newton. T1 will come out to be 75 Newton and T2 will come out to be your 75 by 2. So your T1 by T2 is simply your 2. So your B option is the correct answer. I have explained you to make how to make the equation and I have made the equations for you. Now you need to just do the calculation and proceed out. Okay. Now moving to the next question, that is 24th number question. A weight W is suspended from a midpoint of a rope whose ends are at the same level. Okay. In order to make the rope perfectly horizontal, the force applied to each of ends must be. Okay. Now see, like it is asking that the weight of omega is suspended from a midpoint of a rope. There suppose is a weight and midpoint of the rope. This way the rope is like this. Now it is asking that the force applied to each of ends must be. Now, as you can see in this figure, like if T is the tension here, T is the tension here, theta is here, so then you can see that in this side this will 2T sine theta in horizontal and it's your weight. So your 2T sine theta will be equals to your W, which is your weight. So tension will be your omega upon 2 sine theta. Okay. Now what we want? We want to rope perfectly horizontal. Perfectly horizontal means theta is equals to 0. If theta tends to 0, tension tends to infinity. Okay. So what would be the force? It would be infinitely large. If you want to make the rope horizontal, then the tension should be infinitely large. Moving to the next question. A body of mass 5 kg is moving in a circle of radius this. Okay. With angular velocity is given. Okay. Send a simple formula based question m omega square r. Put the values and get the answer. As you can see in the explanation, if we solve it out, it will come out to be 20 Newton. Now moving to the next question. A body of mass m moving with a velocity v explodes in two parts. One comes to rest, another body moves velocity v. What is the velocity v? It's again a conservation of linear momentum question. So simply m1 v1 is m initial v initial equals to m final v final. So simply that the body like m v equals to simply or m by it flows in two parts. Okay, two parts means two equal parts it should be written. two parts, m by 2 simply your v and 0. So simply your small v, so it will come out to be your 2 times v. That option D is your correct answer. Simply your conservation of angular moment, sorry, linear momentum. Now moving ahead to the question number 27. Assertion. The driver in a vehicle moving with constant speed on a straight road is in non-linear system. No, assertion is wrong. A reference frame in which Newton's law are applicable in our assertion region both are wrong. Option D is your correct answer. Now moving to the next question. Use of a ball bearing between two moving parts of machine is common practice. Okay. Ball bearing reduce the vibration and provide good stability. Yeah. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Like it's not vibration. It's reduces the friction. So assertion is right, but your reason is wrong. Moving to the next question, 29. In the arrangement, 5 kg block is placed on a rough table, 3 kg and like is connected one in the range of mass for which the system will equilibrium. You want to it to be in equilibrium. There will be 3 kg is 30 Newton here. Tension will be same everywhere. It will be tension here. It will be tension here. Let's suppose mass is bigger. Let's suppose acceleration is in this direction. Then it should be like there will be no friction in this direction. Then you can calculate the value of force here. Simply just need to solve it out. Okay, so I'm writing the equation tension here. So T equals to what? T, sorry, no. T minus mg equals to what? Ma, your first equation. Then your T minus friction. T minus friction equals to 5a. Second equation. Then your T, no, 30 minus T equals to 3a is your third equation. First, you can calculate A. A will be 0 simply M this way. You don't know M. Okay, you don't know M. You just need to equilibrium. So there will find the acceleration, put it 0, put acceleration 0 and get the value of M, means the range of M. It's a simple calculation. You can do it by here also. It is written for 5 kg. Okay, simple. Then your again for 5 kg, but the direction of acceleration is reverse. Because it is asking the range now. Range means what? So minimum to maximum. So if it goes in this way, then the mass will be greater than the 3 kg. So mass will be maximum rate. And if it goes in this way, then mass will be less because it is moving in the left direction. So m will be a small. That's why it is moving in the left direction. So if we took the acceleration in the left direction, then we get the value of mass that would be equal to your least mass. And if the acceleration will be taken in the right side direction, then the mass that will go to will be the highest mass. So that will be in the range of 1 to 5. Option B is your correct answer. Now moving to our next question. A block of mass 20 kg is kept on a horizontal, sorry, not in rough inclined plane. Angle of repose, remember, not inclination, repose is 30 Newton. Then what should be the value of F that the block does not move? It's again asking about the simply your equilibrium condition question. 60 is the angle of repose. Okay, now you need to like calculate the F net simply. It is asking about the F value of F. Okay, value of F, so the block does not move over the incline. Okay, now think in this way, like if the block is moving in this direction over incline and it is the friction force will be acting in direction, then it will be simply your friction will be your don't move. Let's suppose if you want F net will be 0, so your friction will be balanced by your gravity, means like 20 g sine 60 will be equal to your mu n cos 60. Yeah, it is the thing. Mu you don't know, coefficient of friction also. Here we don't know the value of coefficient of friction. So what we can do from here, like angle, acha, angle of repose is given. Yeah. From the angle of repose, you know, like tan theta is equals to mu is angle of repose. So from here you can get the value of the mu. Mu will be simply 1 by root 3. So once you get the value of mu, put the value here and you can calculate the f, this f value. Or wait for a second. If we take the figure is actually not clear, that's why it is f external. Yes, we can write the equation in this way. Uh, F external means like it's we are asking the minimum value now. What should be the minimum value? So for the minimum value, your F external should be zero. So your F external should be zero. Then F external, wait for a moment. F external will be your what? The mg sin theta wala thing, mg sin theta minus mu k n cos theta, mu k n mu k mg cos theta, mu k mg cos theta. From here, from the angle of repose concept, you can get the value of mu. That will come out to 1 by root 3. From here, you get the F external. You can also see in the calculation, F external will come out to be nearly 120 Newton. So option A is your correct answer. Moving ahead, a force 5T acting on a 10 kg on a horizontal surface. What is the speed at the t equals to 20 seconds? It is asking about the speed at t equals to 20 seconds. So first we need to use the speed at t equals to this second. How can we calculate the speed? We know force is variable. Okay, so you know force is equals to what? Mass into acceleration. So your mass force is equals to what? Your ft or 5t. A mass is your 10. Acceleration you can write as a dv by dt. But here it is wrongly written because it will be not only 5t but your friction also. So it will be your 5t minus friction into dt equal to 10 dv. It's 0 to v, it's simply your 0 to 20 seconds. Calculate the value of v at 20 seconds. As you can see in the explanation, the same thing has been done, and it will come out to be 22.5 meter per second. So C option is the correct answer. Just write Fnet. Fnet equals to mass into acceleration. Acceleration is your dv by dt, and you just need to calculate at 20 seconds. So dv by dt, do the integration and solve it out. Remember here friction will also act in this direction, that will be your mu into n. So this is your friction. Okay, this is your friction force. This is your friction force. So just solve this equation. It will be your simply 5t square by 2 and 0 to 20 minus mu into n into t 0 to 20 is equals to 10v. From here you get the value of v, and solving that it will come out to 2.5 meter per second. Now it's the question number 32. Okay. Exertion. It is difficult to move a bicycle along a road with its brakes on. When a bicycle moves with its brake, its skids and sliding friction is greater than the uh, rolling friction. Exactly. When we apply the brakes, it skids because the sliding friction is greater than the rolling friction. Exertion is also correct, and reason is also correct, and reason is the correct explanation of the exertion. You can read the explanation of 32. When brakes are on, there is no rolling of the wheels, and the wheel slides. Okay, the sliding friction is greater than rolling friction. This is difficult to move a bicycle on a road with its brake on. This is your question number 33. Again, assertion reason question. The apparent weight of a car is more when it crosses a concave bridge rather than a convex bridge. Concave means what? This convex means what? This. In this centripetal is in this direction, so it is asking about the apparent weight of it. And in this, the centripetal will be in this direction. So center will be in this direction. So it is asking key with the same velocity. The apparent weight. Apparent weight means what? Let's suppose Concave and convex. Acha, you can think in this way. This is a convex part. This is a concave part. In concave part, convex part, if the block will this, then your simply your mg will be in this direction plus your mv square will be in this direction, and convex part your mg will be in this direction, but your this will be your mv will be square will be in this direction. So in convex part, apparent weight is greater. Yeah, assertion is right. Mean the normalization. Yeah, both options like assertion is right. The apparent weight of the car means the normalization, not the actual. Okay, no, no, it is not the correct explanation. Correct explanation, because the correct explanation is that in the convex thing there will be centrifugal force or centripetal force towards the mg that increases the normal reaction. But in the concave side, the both the forces are in opposite direction. Hence, the value of normal reaction gets decreased. So option B is your correct answer. Assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Now moving to the next question, that is question number 34. A ball is traveling with uniform translational motion. It means it is at rest. The path can be straight line or circular, and the ball will uniform speed. All the parts will have the same velocity in direction, and the velocity is constant. The center of the ball is a constant velocity, and the ball spins. Things about us, it can't be correct. The path can be circular and the ball travels in the no. If it is circular, translative motion, it will not like rest. If it is saying that the translative motion, that means we have assumed a frame in which it is moving. So only the correct answer is option number third. C. Now your question number 35. A box is placed on a surface of a truck. When the truck accelerates in the forward direction, then the direction of force of friction on the lower surface of the box due to the surface of the truck. Okay, this is the, let's suppose a truck and there is a box and trucks accelerate in this direction. So once it accelerates in this direction, the block tries to go below, like in the backward direction due to pseudo force, and the friction will trying to act in the like what in your forward direction simply. So your correct option will be your, because friction always opposes the relative motion. So your option B is your correct answer. Now moving to the 36th question. A block of mass m is placed at rest on a horizontal surface with coefficient of friction this. The following figures shows four different ways a constant force may be applied. Exactly. Situation in which the block can be moved with least effort. So it is asking least effort, means the minimum amount of external force required to do move this block will be what? In this way, in this way, in this way, or in this way. It's simply friction will be your mu into n. Mu is fixed for all the surfaces. If n is greater, friction will be greater. If friction will be greater, it is more tough. So find the option in which the friction will be least. Okay, here friction will be mg in first case. Here friction will be like here f something, here f some fy something here. So your n will be here mg. In the second case, n will be your simply n will be your mg minus fy. In third, it will be mg plus, and in second, it will be like n is equals to n plus f equals to mg minus f. So in the fourth option, there will be the least normal acting. Actually, there will be what? The least normal acting actually, because you can see here in the fourth option, in the D option, the block is in this way. Okay, and the force is applying in this way. Now in this case, normal will be in this way and mg will be in this way. So once you calculate the force in the vertical direction, there will be force. So force will be your normal plus force is equals to mg. So your normal will be your mg. So there will be no friction actually here, because as the force is not acting horizontally, so why there will be role of friction there? So it's a D option is a totally different scenario actually. Here we what, like we don't want to move it. Okay, we want to pull it. So it's a very different scenario. In this case, you have to put effort because your F will be nearly equal to mg. But in the second case, your external force is less even than mg because Fy is decreasing it. So correct option will be option number B is your correct answer. People get confused between B and D. But remember, in D option, if you just constantly move the block up, you need to apply mg force. But in the second option, to move it, you require less force than mg. It's mg minus Fy. So B is your correct answer. Now moving to the 37th question. A student attempts to pull himself by tugging on his hair. He will not succeed. Okay. Basically, the as you if you want to tug on his hair, like if you just keep your hair tag in this way and try to pull yourself up, you can't do it because here is your here sorry, here is the part of your system, so there will be no external force. It's the internal. So D option is the correct answer. 39, sorry, 38th question. Four forces act on a point. Okay, the object will be equilibrium. All of them are in the same plane. They are in opposite to each other in pairs. Sum of x, y, z component forces 0 separately. Okay, they form a closed figure. Okay, now it is asking which one is your correct answer. All of them same plane. They go. Let's suppose there is a point. There is a 3D plane. One force is acting in z direction, another is minus z, some is in this, some in this, because all the forces are not in place. So first option can't be correct. Means this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Only C is correct. You can also use the elimination method, and you know it should be opposite, and all the components is zero. And if the polygon is zero, then also net force is zero. So option C is your correct answer. Now it's 39. The maximum speed of a car which it can go around the level of road of radius 10 meter. Coefficient of friction is this. You know maximum speed equals to under root of mu dr. Put the value and get the answer. You can see here the value. It will be 49 meter per second root under. Option D is the correct answer. This is your 40th number question. There will be a numbering issue here. Okay, don't worry. Just understand the concept and the question reasoning behind the question. You can do your calculation. If the linear momentum is given in this way, then force is equals to what you know, dp by dt. It will be t equals to 3 seconds. Just calculate the force at t equals to 3 seconds. Just differentiate it and calculate it. Once you differentiate it, it will be 62 plus 2, put the value of 3. 6 is 18 plus 2, 20 Newton. 20 Newton means the B option is your correct answer. So 41 question. An object is moving on a plane surface, uniform velocity this, in presence of a force this, frictional force. Oh, frictional force. If it is moving with a constant velocity, the net force will be zero, then the answer will be option B. Theoretical question. You can do it in 1 second. No need to worry. Because if the velocity is constant, there should be net external zero. And to get net external zero, if 10 Newton is acting in this direction, then there must be here, like in opposite direction, there should be 10 Newton. So it will be minus 10 Newton. Is the correct answer. A person holding a rifle, the sum of the mass is given. 10 shots in each 5 seconds. Each bullet mass is given. Velocity is given. Final velocity acquired by person and the average force exerted on the person. It's a nice question. A force is calculated by using change in momentum. Okay. Do it using the change in momentum, and the velocity you can calculate by using the momentum, like means like conservation of momentum. Okay, momentum conservation. You know, initially the system is at rest. Finally, the system should be at rest. So you can do it in this way. Like you can see here in the explanation, your 10 kg wala thing, like the bullet momentum plus the man plus rifle momentum. Initial momentum is equals to final momentum. Initial momentum, all the systems are rest. Finally, there is a bullet and there is a man plus rifle. So bullet has mass of bullet, velocity of bullet plus mass of rifle plus mass of man into velocity of both. So velocity will be simply your minus mb vv by mr m plus m m. Just put the value, get the velocity, and once you get the velocity, that will be 0.8 meter per second. Now you need to calculate the force. Force will be your simple average force it is asking now. So simply you can put force average equals to d like dp by dt, change in momentum, and if you change it out, it will be simply. So here average force is asked in different way, because yeah, it's like understand in this way. In every 5 seconds, it is what doing? It is shooting. So change in momentum by there should be time, because in every 5 seconds it is shooting. So your average force will be your change in momentum upon change in time, and number of shots, means like number of balls that it has shot, like it's multiplied with n. Then your change in momentum will be your what? Change in momentum will be your mass. It is your 10 upon 1000 into velocity. That is your recoiling, that's muzzle velocity, 800 upon, it's simply your 10 10 shots, and time is your 5 seconds. So just solving it out, 2, and then solving out, you get average velocity 60. This 2 is come from not understanding this way. Here n represents number of shots per second, and represents this thing. So there are 10 shots in 5 seconds. So 10 by 5 represents the 2. So your average force will be 16 newtons. So your correct option will be option number 3. C. Now moving to the next question, option 43. A bullet is fired from a gun. The force on the bullet is given by this. When the force in Newton, the force of the bullet will become zero as soon as it leaves the barrel. The impulse. First, let the force be zero so that you can get the time when the force will be zero. So putting force will be zero, you get the time is equals to this. Now you need to calculate the impulse. Impulse, you know, is change in momentum. Change in momentum, you know, is f dt. Simply integrate f t equal to 0 to this value t, and f is your this 600 minus 2 into 2 into 10 to the power of 5t into dt. Just calculate and you get the value of change in momentum. So your change in momentum will be your impulse. So it will come out to be 0.9 Newton second. Option D is your correct answer. Moving ahead to the 44th question. A man is sleeping on a frictionless inclined plane and a ball is down. A ball falls down from the same height. The velocity of both is related to velocity of bag or velocity of man. Also, a bag is falling. Let's suppose there is an inclined plane of height h. A bag is sleeping in this way, or man is sleeping in this way, and a ball is fall in the same height. Now it is asking about the velocity, how the velocity is related. Okay, so as you can see that the velocity at the bottom is only dependent on the height from which it has thrown. Okay, so if the height is same for both the cases, so speed will be same. Direction may be different, but the speed will be same. So I think the velocity, the magnitude of velocity should be asked here clearly. So option C is your correct answer. Otherwise, you can't relate it. Okay, so you need to understand that the direction of velocity is different. Again, I am saying the same thing, but the net velocity's magnitude will be same for both the things. Now, 45 number question. An object of mass 3 kg rest, force is acting on this, the velocity. Again, that is force is equals to m dv by dt. It's again a simple question. You get dv equals to 0 to v, then your f dt is your 0 to 3 second. Put the value of f, integrate it, get the value of v. Same is done here. Just do the integration and solve it out. You get the velocity is equals to this value. Uh, 46 number question. Two blocks, 2 kg, and this are connected a massive string in which the stout. Now the force is 3 Newton and 40 Newton apply on the block. The tension in the string is. It is asking about the tension. So the tension will be, let's suppose T here, and you need to calculate the tension. Again, it's a simple Newton's laws equation question. Okay, now you need to understand that simply you need to first under consider, like, let's suppose 40 Newton is acting as acceleration is in this direction, write the equation of motion. So you're simply 14 minus T plus friction 1 is equals to 4A. This is your first. Second, there will be like as acceleration in this direction. So T will be in this direction, and you will try to move in this way. The friction will in this direction. So T minus 3 plus friction 2 equals to 2A. You know friction is equals to mu into n for limiting case. You know friction, you have two equations, two variables, just solve it out and get the value of tension. As you can see here, it has been solved. Let me zoom it for you. Okay, you can see here it has been solved, like the first equation as I wrote here and the second equation as I wrote here. Now you can see it has been solved and we get the tension value to be 0. Okay, so you can do in the similar manner what the tension would be. So your correct answer will be option D. You need to understand how to make equation, because once you make the equation, then it's just merely a calculation. And even if you remember the calculation right now, you will gonna do wrong in the examination, because calculation is not a remembering thing. It needs practice, brother and sisters. Okay, it's a 47 number question. Now, a man of mass m is standing on a board and pulling on the board of mass m up with the force this. Pulley. The normal reaction between the man and the board. It is asking of the normal reaction this. Okay, first you need to make the FBD of the man. This is the man. F is acting above. Normal is acting above. Mg is acting below. It's simply your F plus n, and it's simply your F plus n. Wait. Simply your F plus n equals to mg. So n equals to this. Because this F is the same tension that is acting here. So it's simply your F plus n equal to mg. So n is equals to mg minus F. Option number A is your correct answer. Moving to the 48th question. A car is moving a circular horizontal track with a radius of 10 meter. Constant velocity is given. A bob is suspended from the roof of the car. Okay, and the length of the string is L. Angle made by the string. You know that the angle will be like this, and it has two types of forces. One is mg, and another is here. There will be tension. Okay, and tension will be let's suppose theta. Write the equilibrium condition, because here the like t sine theta will be your mv square by r. Okay, and your t cos theta will be your mg. Just take the ratio, calculate the theta. Simple. T cos theta equals to mg and t sin theta equals to mv square by r. Take the ratio, get the value of tan theta. Tan theta equals to 1, so theta equals to 45 degrees. It's again a simple question. 45 degrees. C option is the correct answer. It's a 49th question. Moving ahead. A glass marble whose mass is itna kg falls from height is given. Rebounds height is given. Time during which they are in contact is 1/10 of a second, 1 by 10 seconds for it is contact. Average force. So average force is simple, your change in momentum upon change in time. You know change in time is 1 upon 10 seconds. Average momentum will be given just before colliding, initial velocity, and after colliding, your final velocity. It can be calculated by under root of 2d h1 initial, that will be your 2.5 meter, and it will be calculated under root of 2d h final, that will be your 1.6 meter. Just do the calculation, get the get the initial velocity, then the final velocity, then you can do change in momentum, that is mv final minus mv initial. Put it in vector way. Okay, vector way. Then calculate the magnitude of it, then divide it with delta t. So once you do the calculation, it will come out to be 9 root 2. And this is your, okay, this is your average force. Okay, okay, 1 root 2 is given as a 1.4. So 12.6 is your answer. So option A is your correct answer. I have explained the procedure. Okay, don't get involved in the solution. Don't look into the solution. Yeah, if you look into the solution, you will never learn it. Understand the reasoning behind the question, how I am building the equation of the questions. It is the most important thing. Okay, don't get involved in the solution or the means answers of it. Just understand the logic and reasoning behind it. It's the last question. Okay, now moving to the last question. A bob is reeled in a horizontal plane using a string of initial omega. Okay, it's a horizontal plane question. Bob is moving in the horizontal plane. The tension in the string is T, and when the speed is increased by 2 omega, keeping the tension in the string becomes this. So now it is asking if we change it to 2 omega, how the tension will change. So initially, you need to calculate the tension. Okay, you know, like if the ball in a horizontal plane, okay, in a horizontal plane, if a ball is, okay, it is acting in this way. It is in this way. It is this way. So tension is your m omega square r. This is your first tension. Now your in second t dash will be your m omega will be your 2 omega ka whole square into r. Now just it will be your 4 times m omega square r. So it will be 4 times t. Option D is your correct answer. Because m omega square r is simply your t. Put the t here, you get t dash equals to 4 times of t. So D option is your correct answer. So finally we have seen the explanation of the physics section of all 50 questions. There I have explained the analogy, analysis, and the reasoning behind solving the question. There are some numbering issues, don't get confused on it. I have mentioned each number here correctly. Okay, if you have any confusion after these two parts of the solution, you can just ask me on the comment. I hope you understood the solution. Okay, thank you very much.